And on one of the epic nights in the NBA, welcome one and all to the All-Star Game on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside former All-Star Shaquille O'Neal and a guy who has watched the All-Star Game a lot, Kenny the Jet Smith.
Oh, I thought you were going to say your name. You've watched it a lot as well.
And I'm fixing to watch another one. Tonight, it'll be the West All-Stars up against the East All-Stars. And even though today won't count in the standings, still such an exciting day in the NBA, and both teams are up for this one. And how much fun is this? The All-Star Game officially upon us, typically a high-scoring, fast-breaking affair. Shaq, any reason to think it's going to be anything different this time around?
Well, there are no more Dikembe Mutombos.
Oh, that was very impressive.
Thank you, Ernie. Not as many shot-blocking centers in the league now. That might have slowed things down a little. Offense rules the game. I wish Dikembe was...
A special day for basketball fans across the world. The All-Star Game. We'll have the greatest athletes in the world playing the greatest game in the world. We're happy to bring it to you right here on 2K Sports. Hi, this is Kevin Harlan, joined by my partners, Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. And here are the East All-Stars now. Now a look at the West All-Stars starting lineup. Steph Curry's out there with Russell Westbrook. And there's Bryant. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Durant in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And we've got a collection of the greatest players in the world here. I mean, and playing in an event where they can really let it all hang out.
And that's exactly why we always come away with such great memories. I mean, because they really do try to give the fans as many highlights as possible. And they are the best players in the world.
And I have to say the decibel level just rose about 300% in here.
Certainly sounds like it. I mean, there's nothing these fans love to see more than highlight reel dunks, and that one certainly qualifies.
And if you remember last year, I mean, no star shined brighter in this game than Russell Westbrook. How about 41 points, just one off Wilt Chamberlain's all-time record? And I'd say Russell was a very deserving MVP.
Westbrook with the bucket.
And that's getting it done from deep. That's what the All-Star Game gives you, the freedom to show your full range.
You know, taking that shot in a regular season game might get you a spot on the bench, but here, it gets you a standing O.
The shot by Lowry, no good. That All-Star Game scoring record of Wilt Chamberlain, which Westbrook came so close to breaking last year, has now, Greg, been on the books for over 50 years.
Unbelievable. And I'll tell you what, when Westbrook had that 27 points at halftime, I thought for sure that record was going to go down.
Shots good by Kobe.
Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
And here are the East All-Stars now. Let's send it over to Doris Burke, who caught up with head coach Mike Budenholzer. Doris?
We talked about what it means for him to be at the helm of the All-Star side, and he said, really, it is a testament to my team. They've played great, and this is just a side effect of them having a great start to the season. They deserve all the credit. Love it, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris.
And, you know, this game, in a lot of ways, guys, has belonged to the Western Conference the entire decade. I mean, and last year they got the job done again. So although it did come down to the wire, the end result still was Western Conference dominance.
And that one's good, Westbrook.
And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on.
Outside Anthony, from deep. It's hauled in by Kevin Durant. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. And although victory for the Western Conference has been a theme in the All-Star Game recently, another trend, Greg, that was repeated last year was the East digging a big hole for itself. And you and I were talking about this, you know, digging that hole for themselves early in the game and then mounting the huge comeback.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, the East came back from 20 points down in the first half to tie it up in the fourth quarter. But once again, the comeback bid failed to come to fruition.
And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Anthony. Curry kicks to Westbrook.
Hey, guys, just thinking back to last year's All-Star Game, I mean, something that was really special. How about the sight of Powell and Marc Gasol, two brothers facing each other on the opening jump ball.
George with no one around. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. George has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Down low. And Leonard gets it to go. That moment when the Gasol brothers competed for the opening tip really was unique. It was the first time two siblings have ever started an NBA All-Star game.
And you could sense, Kevin, that the significance was not lost on them. They both talked about how much it meant to them. It was just a really cool moment to be a part of.
And he gets it to go.
3 of 4 to start. Young fella came to play.
Anthony's gotten 3 of his 4 shots to fall, hitting 75%. It's Curry with the drive. Will not go. This is off the front iron. George with the ball. Westbrook picks him up. Wade against Leonard. And Durant sends it back.
And you know what? Defensively, both teams have picked it up as we've gotten a little deeper into this game.
A little more competitive fire and intensity being shown out there now.
And you know, there were a couple of records that fell at last year's All-Star game, but to me the most shocking one of all, the number of three-pointers made. 48. I mean, the teams they combine for 48 threes.
And the East All-Stars decide to take their first time out here. And those 48 three-pointers you talked about, Greg, the previous high for threes in an All-Star game was 30, so that's what I call shattering a record, huh? Man, oh, man.
It was insane, and really that speaks to the evolution of the game as well. The game has become far more perimeter-oriented in terms of the skill set. And there's such a sense of history that surrounds the All-Star game. I mean, this is the 65th time this event has been held, and you think back on all the legends of the NBA. They've all made their mark in some way on this contest.
Catching up on the changes for the East. Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for George. DeRozan comes in for Dwayne Wade. And Thomas subbed in for Kyle Lowry. The shot by Butler, nobody around. Off target from outside. And you talked about NBA legends, Greg, putting their stamp on this game. How about, for instance, Wilt Chamberlain's 42 points and 24 rebounds in that 1962 All-Star game?
Wow, I mean, that was amazing. What about Michael Jordan following up his epic win in the 88 Slam Dunk Contest with 40 points and the MVP award as well the next night? So just so many great memories from this event.
Here's Anthony following the basket by Russell Westbrook.
And just a solid way to start the game. 4-5.
56 seconds left in the first. The drive by Paul. And that one's good.
And the lead goes right back. What a seesaw affair we've got going on.
This game's right there for the taking, but neither team can quite grab hold of it. Like a slippery bar of soap there. Somebody's got to take charge here.
Here's Butler following the basket by Chris Paul. That's a miss, his second after 2 shots.
And fans and celebrities alike have descended on this town for All-Star Week. There's been a bunch of fun events going on all over the place.
And, Greg, it's like that every year. I mean, no matter what city is hosting, it becomes a mecca for everyone who wants to take in one of the greatest scenes in all of sports. Not only to watch the best players, but to be seen by the other stars in the crowd.
Deflects the pass and stolen by Butler. Lets it fly. And good. Got the angles that time as it falls. And that's 13 points for Carmelo Anthony. Here's Durant. Good D by LeBron. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. The East All-Stars up on top. They lead by a bucket. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. A great event unfolding. One quarter of basketball already played. And welcome back, everyone, to this year's coverage of the NBA All-Star Game.
And you can see these players now starting to get into a rhythm. Should see a lot better flow to the game here in the second quarter.
That's usually the case. I mean, it takes some time to gel with your teammates at the All-Star game.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And the West All-Stars, looking at who they've got. We've got Green, DeMarcus Cousins out there with Anthony Davis. Then it's Thompson, and it's Paul in at the point guard.
Yeah, a little
light on the fouls in terms of what's been called tonight, and that's usually the theme in this game.
I agree. I mean, the guys always play reasonably hard, but they don't necessarily play physically, if that makes any sense. The officials' jobs are usually pretty easy in this one.
And not as many turnovers as we often get in this game. So good to see both teams taking care of the ball.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, surprisingly, very well controlled for the most part. Sometimes things get a little wild out there, but not so here.
Here's Cousins. Bosch with some nice D.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
All with it, picked up by Thompson. The wide open look here for DeRozan. That's short off the rim.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
The drive by Paul and stolen by Drummond. Butler kicks to Bosch. Wall wide open. Basket is good. The assist from Bosch. Wall's got his first basket of the night. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the East All-Stars.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight. And that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
Here's DeRozan following the basket by Chris Paul. And here's Green outside. No luck. The East All-Stars go the other way with it. DeRozan's shot is good. DeRozan's got the lead up to 6 now for the East All-Stars.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
West All-Stars shooting their first free throws of the game. Free throw, good. Paul Millsap's checked in for Jimmy Butler.
And, you know, the fan voting is what determines the starters in the All-Star game. Then the coaches will decide on the reserves. But either way, whether you're picked by the fans or the coaches, earning the title NBA All-Star, that's an honor none of these players will ever forget.
Drummond goes up high for the two-handed dunk. And Clark, fast break points aside, they've had a tough time offensively.
Yeah, the half-court offense and attack has really been pedestrian, even lackluster, if you will.
Yeah, trust is what they're missing, guys. You've got to keep moving the ball and shoot with confidence. Ultimately, things will happen well when you play together.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Thompson misses.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Wall dishes to Bosch. It's tipped. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. And it's Davis missing. DeRozan passes to Wall from 15 feet away and misses it off the right side of the rim. The West All-Stars with the ball. 6-point game. And Thompson kicks to Davis. Screen by Cousins. And Davis gets it to go.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Timeout called, East All-Stars. The West All-Stars making a switch here. Harden's checked in. And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. Drummond, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Great pass. John Wall is really good at finding the open man.
On the wing, Green. Passes it to Cousins. Back to Green. Cousins dishes to Davis. Feeds to Cousins. And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That's his first foul. And the East All-Stars making a change here. Thomas is checked in. The West All-Stars also changing it up. Marcus Aldridge is checked in for Anthony Davis. And Kobe is subbed in for Draymond Green. Here's Paul. He has 6. That's good. And it's Kobe with the assist. 9 points for Chris Paul.
Always fun to watch Kobe setting other people up.
Thomas passes to Drummond. Pass to Millsap. And stolen by Cousins. A shot by Paul. Nobody around. Paul can't get that one to fall.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
This shot's it's not there right now. With this team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Here's Aldridge. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. And some changes here for the East. Paul George comes in for Chris Bosh. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for DeMar DeRozan. Steph Curry's checked in for the West. Now here's Thomas. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Plenty of space. That's good. It's a close game here in Toronto. Curry kicks to Bryant. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
Thomas goes in. Drummond. That's good. And it's Thomas picking up the assist. Thomas got 4 assists now tonight.
After going scoreless in the first, he's really found a way to turn it on here in the second quarter.
Now here's Curry. Cousins, no one around him. No good from outside.
It's a clear look at the hoop. He doesn't miss many of those.
Clark, their offense has been great here.
Yeah, I love the way they've looked. Really strong and together.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
Harden inside the 3-point line. Up again. Rebound Andre Drummond. Thomas against Curry. Wade outside. No good on that last second attempt there. And we've reached halftime in this one. East All-Stars lead by 6. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the first half of the All-Star game, and I would never try to speak for Shaq and Kenny.
Please don't.
But I have certainly been enjoying the action. Have you been enjoying the action, Shaq?
Are you looking at me, Ernie?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, I've been enjoying the action, Ernie. It's very, very fun.
Yeah, this is a great first half. Can't wait for the second.
We never get tired of having the privilege to broadcast at such an amazing and fun weekend. This year's All-Star action is no different. And on top of all that, we've got a competitive matchup underway. Both East and West All-Stars this year looking primed to put on a real show in the second half that could go down to the wire.
Wow, Ernie, well said. Anyway, the game has been pretty close up to this point, but there's going to be a moment when everyone goes into overdrive. Stops being a free-for-all with scoring, and the Stars turn it up a notch and try to win. Everyone in this game is crazy competitive, and nobody wants to go home a loser.
I think this All-Star game definitely has the makings of an exciting finish. It happens every year. Usually in the second half is when the best of the best step up and take control. Yeah, you might see some highlight plays for fun, but down the stretch, you're going to see hot competition.
And time now to send you back down to the floor with Kevin Harlan. We will see you after the game.
And welcome back to the second half of the NBA All-Star Game. Always an exciting night of basketball.
Yeah, and I'm looking for the temperature to start to rise here a little bit in this second half.
Yeah, I'm exactly with you there. I think we'll see a little less showmanship and a little more intensity from here on out.
They've got LeBron James. Lowry out there with Dwayne Wade. Then it's Paul George. And it's Anthony in at the 4 slot. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Now here's Bryant, following the miss by Carmelo Anthony. Fires from 14. Here's Leonard. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Leonard's got the first field goal of the second half for the West All-Stars. Here's LeBron. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got 3 assists in the game. The West All-Stars with the ball. They trail by 6. Here's Westbrook. Here's Durant. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
You got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded-out physical game.
That's the kind of look they can continue to go with. Maybe that'll help them create some separation on the scoreboard.
And the rebound goes to the West All-Stars.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
That's good.
He might not have the long range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
Timeout called, East All-Stars.
And you can tell they're just a little out of sync. I think he just wants to get everybody back on the same page.
Yeah, I like this timeout, Greg. I think it's a good one because it looks like they need a minute to talk things through here.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Yes, guys, Mike Budenholzer had some words for his team. He told the team he wanted their offense to run through Carmelo Anthony. Coach stressed the importance of getting the ball in his hands as soon as possible at the start of their possessions. No question he's going to be the key guy for them offensively. Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris.
You know what? They just are in a funk right now offensively. A good time to maybe come up with a play to get them a good look.
Well, most coaches, usually have a go-to speech or tactic that they can use when they need it most. So we'll see if that's the case here.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Lowry against Curry. And it's off the back rim, no good.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Here's LeBron.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
The East All-Stars shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. Chris Bosh is checked in for the East. Butler comes in for Dwayne Wade. Davis is checked in for the West. Thompson comes in for Curry. And the second free throw, good. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Here's Westbrook. The shot misses. Bosh with some nice D. Anthony kicks to Bosh. Outside Butler. Right side Lowry. Outside Bosh. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry.
Yeah, good-looking bounce pass to set up that one.
Westbrook against Lowry. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for the East. Hall comes in for Kyle Lowry. Thompson. But they get it back. Davis. DeMar DeRozan grabs the board. And here are the East All-Stars now. They lead by 4. Butler on the wing. Lets it go from deep. West All-Stars with the rebound. Durant's got 6 rebounds in the game. Bosh grabs the miss. To the paint. Got a piece of it. Here's Wall. In the corner, it's Westbrook. And it's Westbrook again missing.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
Now here's Westbrook. 16 points for him. Shot from 12, and it's good. Westbrook's got 18 points.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending it.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the East All-Stars?
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
Another thing they've done tonight is work the ball into the paint for plenty of those close-range points. You got to have those.
Looking at who's out there now for the West. LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for Durant. Draymond Green comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Paul in for Russell Westbrook. The shot by Paul, no good. Now the East All-Stars with it. It's a 5-point game. Here's LeBron. Here's Thompson. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. That one on DeRozan.
Wow, he got whacked on that, which shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
The West All-Stars have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4. Paul Millsap is checked in for the East. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
He's always been extremely reliable at the line, and today's been no different.
And Wall kicks to Bosh. The shot will not go. Now the West All-Stars the other way. Green with the ball. Butler covering. Green, no luck. And here are the East All-Stars now. 3-point lead. To the middle. Here's Bosh. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That's on LaMarcus Aldridge.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
East All-Stars have missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7. The free throw drops for Bosh.
They're really doing a good job working hard to get inside and draw contact, a little more so than they did in the first half.
And defensively, if you're trying to battle back, you can't keep sending them to the line.
And the East All-Stars making a change here. Thomas is checked in. The West All-Stars also changing it up. Cousins comes in for Anthony Davis. And it's Harden in for Klay Thompson. Now here's Wall, following the shot by Chris Paul. Wall draws the double. Millsap kicks to Thomas. It's rebounded by Aldridge. Aldridge has got his 3rd rebound on the night. And that one's good.
And that's one of his strengths, knocking down those long-range jump shots.
There's 37 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. And Wall kicks to Butler. Millsap a screen. Outside Thomas. Just 5 to shoot. The East All-Stars need to get another shot. And that one's good. Millsap. Wall against Harden. Shoots from the elbow. And it comes off the front of the rim. Thomas. And no good trying to get that one. And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the 4th. Who will carry the day? The East All-Stars up on top, up by 4. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the 4th quarter. Welcome, everyone, back to our coverage of the NBA All-Star Game. A great night of basketball here on 2K Sports.
And we're seeing some world-class basketball being played here tonight.
That's exactly what you'd expect coming from the absolute greatest players on the planet.
On the court for the West All-Stars, getting the 4th quarter going. Kawhi Leonard is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. Then it's Harden. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Cousins in at the center position. George dishes to Thomas. Millsap misses. On offense, here are the West All-Stars, trailing by 4. Leonard, no luck.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide-open opportunities.
The 3 from George. And it's rebounded by DeMarcus Cousins.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned on that one. They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
Thomas against Curry. And Thomas, here we go. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry. And the East with some changes. Carmelo Anthony is checked in for Millsap. And it's Lowry in for Thomas. Then for the West All-Stars, Durant comes in for DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Bryant in for LaMarcus Aldridge. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. George passes to Drummond. Can't get it to go. Wade against Bryant. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. Wade against Harden. From 13. Harden with the defensive effort.
And just a little more defense in this game than we're used to seeing.
Yeah, and I like to see that, quite honestly. I mean, they're battling hard at both ends right now. He's had an off game thus far, but his team has been able to pick up the slack and find a way to get it done here.
Lowry kicks to George. That ball's nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. 9 points here for George.
Just a great battle these two teams are waging here today.
Boy, it sure is, and I'm getting the sense that this game could end up being decided by just 1 or 2 plays down the stretch.
Durant's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Here's Lowry. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
It doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch in how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
Passed away. Back to Lowry, and he drops in the layup off the glass. And now a 6-point East All-Star lead.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
James checked in for Drummond. The West All-Stars also with the sub. Westbrook's checked in. Here's Durant. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
Big time bucket there, and you can expect to see him stay very involved the rest of the way.
And it's Anthony top of the key. Wide open shot is on the money.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Outside Westbrook. Offensive rebound, Bryant. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Take a look at what Kobe's done. He's got 8 points, and he's done a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair of 3-pointers.
And you know what? The defenders have that in the back of their minds now. They'll be on him a little tighter.
Both shots good from the stripe.
They're locked in from the charity stripe this half. Not a miss yet.
And trying to cut into this lead, they need every edge they can get.
Here's James. And the shot is long. LeBron's gone 2 of 5 from the floor. On its way from Curry for 2. Rebounded by Anthony. Anthony's got 4 rebounds in this game. And there's the pass to James. Back to Anthony. Kicks to Lowry. Outside, George. Durant with the steal. Curry dishes to Durant. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 4 assists now tonight.
And you're starting to see some tired legs on those defenders as we come down the stretch here.
And the East All-Stars call time here. They're up by 2. 1:56 left in the game.
And did not seem happy about how things are going on right now, and maybe wants to make some changes.
I agree. I mean, just was not comfortable with the way things were set up at that particular time. And in that case, I think it's the right thing to do.
.156 left in the 4th. Wade kicks to George. That's good. George has got 5 points now this quarter.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
And there's the feed to Bryant. And the miss, not the best shot selection there.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
Here's Anthony. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. And now a 6-point East All-Star lead. Westbrook kicks to Durant. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good. And the East All-Stars call time here. They're ahead by 4. We've got 1:23 left here in the fourth quarter. We've got 1:23 left in the fourth quarter. Anthony, the pass to James. Looking for Anthony, and gets it there. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. 19 points for Carmelo Anthony.
He is setting this place on fire, fellas. His shooting has been off the charts.
Here's Kobe. Again, the miss by Kobe. And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. 6-point game. James kicks to Wade. Wade double team. From 20 feet out. And the rebound goes to the West All-Stars.
It's going to be tough for him here, but maybe, just maybe, it's not over yet.
Cannot afford any empty possessions. They've got to recycle everything, partner.
And an intentional foul right there. And so they choose to intentionally foul. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. He's off on the free throw and able to get that second one to drop in.
What a great game for Anthony in this one. He's got 19 points, and he's drained 3 3-point bombs so far.
Don't stop. Don't hesitate. Keep firing from out there when the shot's falling like this.
And so both free throws are good, and it's a 9-point ball game here.
You've got to figure those are the free throws that officially put this game out of reach.
On its way from Curry for 2. Can't get it to go. So the East All-Stars will take it the other way. Wade outside. He feeds it to Lowry. The shot's good on the assist by Wade. Outside Westbrook. To end the run. And it's Westbrook again missing. So it's the East All-Stars winning this one easily.
And for the Eastern Conference, they score the victory on their home turf here in Toronto. That runs their all-time record in the All-Star game to 38-27. The West has a long way to go, guys, to catch up.
It's going to take a while, you're right. Well, as always, we've had a blast bringing this game to you, the special moments from All-Star 2016. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. For Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, I'm Kevin Harlan saying so long. Good night, everyone, from Toronto.
The 2K Sports Postgame Show.
So let's take a look back at some of the footage from our All-Star Game MVP. Carmelo Anthony, just a monster first quarter of the game. He came out hot and just never cooled down. That boost he gave his team early on, a huge factor.
Well, he had fun out there. He also didn't shy away from putting on that flash and pizzazz to make the highlights. I thought he gave the fans a gutsy performance. All the celebrities stopped looking at me and started waving at him. We had a couple of good candidates, but he deserved it.
I can't imagine a player having a better night from the field than he had tonight. His shooting percentage was off the charts. He used every trick in the book to get those high percentage shots. He shot from every direction, and there was a little bit of luck here and there, but he was on fire.
And that'll do it for this year's All-Star Game. Some splendid talent on display tonight. For Shaquille O'Neal and for Kenny the Jet Smith and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again to start up the NBA's second half of the season.